Yo, welcome everyone, Sanjae Uchiha here, still alive. Feels like it's been forever since I did a, a video, more or less. Feeling a bit stuffy here, so forgive me, but yeah, we're here today to talk about just a short one for you guys regarding Dragon Ball DAIMA. New York Comic Con is, well, I think as of this recording, still going on, but the much anticipated Dragon Ball panel from New York Comic Con has come and gone, and the Dragon Ball community has a lot to talk about, and like a lot of things in life, it's a very polarizing topic. In case you haven't, been notified or, seen a lot of the talkings in the community recently, the new Dragon Ball series that's been announced, Dragon Ball DAIMA, has been met with a lot of 50-50 polarizing responses from the community. And personally, I just wanted to have a short discussion with you guys regarding my opinion and why I'm personally looking forward to Dragon Ball DAIMA in 2024. Again, forgive me, I'm a bit stuffy still, but the thing is, Dragon Ball DAIMA was, announced before New York Comic Con. A lot of the Dragon Ball, YouTubers were kinda, or at least geekdom was in on the whole, there will be a new Dragon Ball series. It might be called Dragon Ball Magic, but it seems like the name was changed at last minute to Dragon Ball DAIMA. And coming out to New York Comic Con, a lot of persons are a bit disappointed. One, because they were looking forward to Dragon Ball Super getting an announcement in terms of the anime continuing, considering that from the manga perspective we have the Moro and Granola arcs completed manga-wise, ready to be adapted, and we seemingly do have the threat of Black Frieza coming in. And of course, too, a lot of persons are naturally making the comparisons to Dragon Ball GT with Goku being transformed into a kid again, albeit the entire cast is being transformed into kids, not just Goku, but the comparisons and parallels to GT are there. And even though some persons love GT, generally speaking, when you talk to Dragon Ball fans, a lot of them will say they didn't like Dragon Ball GT, so the disappointment is really stemming from that. Now, personally, going into 2024, it's the 40th anniversary of the Dragon Ball franchise, and personally, I'm looking forward to the series. And I know over the years, like many other things in life, Dragon Ball has become a lot of different things to different people. Some kind of take inspiration from it for, doing like exercise, being physically healthy, in shape, going to the gym. Some, use it as a means to bond with others, like many other things. Some love it for the adventure. Persons love Dragon Ball for many different reasons. And I think for the persons who may, apart from the reason I stated in terms of why they are disappointed, for the persons who probably might not be looking forward to it right now, I think it's stemming from the fact that those set of persons kind of love Dragon Ball for different reasons. This series, to me personally, why I'm looking forward to it is that I think it's going to go back to, I guess you could put it, author's intent, if I could phrase it that way. The true intention and true spirit behind why Toriyama actually started Dragon Ball in the first place. Not the next hair color change, not the next, muscly, transformation, not necessarily. I mean, the epic fights will be included naturally. It's a, action, it's a fighting manga at the heart of it. But it's some persons would agree that the series has become, like, as I said, the next hair color change, the next big fight, the next, superficial thing. I think this series is going to encapsulate, what Toriyama envisioned. When he started Dragon Ball, the feeling, the vibes, the true passion and true meaning that he poured into Dragon Ball at the heart of it, which is not necessarily, as I said, all of those superficial things, but more so the adventure, more so probably the life lessons you can probably draw from it, the character interactions, and maybe, not even maybe, you'll get the good fights as well, but it'll be rooted in that rather than a lot of the superficial things I think persons have come to probably love Dragon Ball for, which is nothing against them, but I think he's just going back to the heart of how Toriyama envisioned Dragon Ball, which naturally doesn't align with what persons have grown to love it for in some cases, right? For example, you know, some persons, how should I put it? I don't think this is a good comparison, but probably some persons love the yeah, this is a dumb comparison. I was gonna try to say like, oh, some persons love the Japanese voice cast and versus no, bad. Some persons love the Japanese soundtrack, and you know, some persons love the Bruce Falconer, you know, in terms that's how they, you know, envision Dragon Ball, essentially having that kind of type of music in terms of, you know, what they associate with the series. They don't associate like the Japanese OSTs and soundtracks, like that just sounds weird to them, right? So over time, you know, the series has evolved and persons have grown to love it for X reasons, and those reasons might not align with what the original spirits that, you know, Toriyama poured into the series, essentially. So I think that's what it is at the end of the day, and to be honest, I'm looking forward to it because I vibe with the original spirit of Dragon Ball. I personally believe, because, you know, the fun, the foolishness, the antics, I love it. And I know it's tempting, it might be like a slippery slope where it's almost aligning with the intent they were trying to go for with Dragon Ball GT by transforming Goku back into a kid, because they thought that they could recapture the original spirit of it. But I'm going to give this a try. Again, disclaimer, it's not like anybody knows how good or bad this is going to be, but until proven otherwise, I'm looking forward to it and the original, well, the celebrations for the 40th anniversary. So let me know. I think the persons who are bashing it need to just kind of chill out and wait till it comes and see if, you know, at the end of the day, maybe this will be really good. I mean, we've been hearing that Toriyama is really involved in this, to like even more so than a lot of the recent Dragon Ball Super projects. So there's that. Dragon Ball isn't going anywhere. Like, God spare life, a meteor doesn't strike the planet, life doesn't end. Dragon Ball will continue for the foreseeable future, so we'll be getting Dragon Ball Super anime at some point, more than likely, honestly. So until then, I think this is going to be a nice fun project for us to just enjoy. And yeah, let me know what you guys think, if you're looking forward to it, if you're vibing what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, what more is there to say? Anyway, Sanjae Uchiha, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next Dragon Ball video.